Watch Loud Silence TV on Multi-TV by scanning for channels on your Multi-TV decoder and selecting Loud Silence TV. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Loud Silence TV. And on YouTube, it's Loud Silence TV too. Loud Silence TV, the breath of news and entertainment.
So why are we now pretending to now be saying, for the sake of peace? How can there be peace when there's no justice? When the people have elected and another person have decided that I am selecting myself? It doesn't work like that. And you have cited a lot of examples that is very difficult for anybody to actually defend. Because say, why is Jen Mensah so worried and requesting for so much security? Is she scared for her life? She feels Ghanaians will come after her? I am saying here, if Ghanaians feel they will come after her, they will come after her. It is because they are the people who are running this country aground. So if anybody is supposed to be held responsible first, it is Jen Mensah.
That Colonel, what's his name? Is it Joe? Whatever. Took instructions from whoever and stormed the chamber of parliament in a mutiny style. And as we speak today,
Time with Elikem Kotoko, showing on Loud Silence TV.
Now, to me, finding out what constitutes 171 million for that project. Let us say economists know we're highly incompetent and highly incapable. In fact, a limping vice president. It's infactual. Until he cannot cry. Toilet Ninaka home, what about tie? As a quote about tie 150 billion Ghana cedis. Bosnia. But say the this kind of toilet. What's a quote about tie? But say the this kind of toilet. Yes, our toilet no president. Say you go baby na yam kana yakaso ko ha onko. God miraculously made Akufo-Addo the president to disgrace him. They are not in battle with John Hammer, not with the NDC. No, Sammy. Here, Delta Force for Koya Sankwasi Adiom Koyino Kumasi on. Omu kon near the 18 million.
Time with Listowell, Nana Puku, showing on Loud Silence TV.
Doing great. I am bringing you greetings from London, United Kingdom, or London, England, United Kingdom. My name is Marie Amwapa Boeju. Means to say I am fighting for President Mahama to become president. So be it. Bebre no na krana na omoka say President Akufo-Addo ought to be your president. President Akufo-Addo be your president, and it will be a disaster. And today we have all seen it. Well, the biggest mistake you people will make but the biggest mistake is to give Abattoir way back to President Akufo-Addo. It will be a very big mistake, I am telling you Ghanaians. A combination of President Akufo-Addo, Ken Ofori-Atta, Gabi Ochredako, and the rest of them. But the fact of the matter is that they are a recipe for disaster, a recipe for grabbing wealth and power for themselves only.
Na eba ye no eche nkwala mo eche mpenimfo usemabie school COVID-19 na eba ye aba no eche nkwala mo eche mpenimfo usemabie school nkwala nkitinkiti no enko school no na wasa atwa nwa be ka kire me say your utmost priority is to safeguard the lives of future generations. Saboda twice the number of mutanen da suka biya 2019 suka biya 2020 sam tanka an samu karuwa kenan. Mun gode kware Allah saka da ne. Kun ba duba kudin nan kuma 2020 ga mun samu 39,000 corrupt. That is when Ghanaians will appreciate. Ken Oforiatta. So mu felino, no mu disqualify na. He ceases to be the next finance minister in Ghana. Then you see.
Real Talk with Mr. Article, showing on Loud.
You must see two more for Monty. And I'm at here, we say, Galamsey fight no na. Ama MPP Nanado elususi. Anya Galamsey fight no. Young Profona, Mokodi, Omana, Yakana, Montino, Koji will be good, no opportunity. Koji will be excavator now the amount who crop for some of them who did grass for us as a cancer munti. Ye come to pass a Ghana, your 275 MPs who drive 275 V8. You need ambulance. We need ambulance. We need ambulance. Make some ways are. Da mo kwato ambulance by number bondum o feetron agbene o feetron e plus we need we are yen na ye kun se bibi mbro man mu yen yen ewu the battle. Stay at home and win the battle. You don't always have to be there. The idea is not to pull the kind of kunipo. The idea is to win. How can you win without being at the battlefield? It's very, very important. So sometimes you have to use wisdom.
Time with A+, showing on Loud Silence TV.
What is he involved in with respect to mining?
He is not involved in anything, and the world will get to know very soon.
There are calls for you to resign. Will you resign?
For what purpose?
They say you are failed and you are neck deep in it, allegedly. Will you resign?
I've told you. I mean, you are asking me about what you've done so far, and I've given you a run out. Do you think that with this assessment I should resign?
Prof, what percentage of the fight would you have said you've won in Galamsey?
I think I just said it a while ago.
No, percentage specifically.
I think I would say 70%.
70%?
Yes. You
have failed by 30% then?
If that's your assessment, that is.
Where are the excavators, sir?
Every excavator that has been stolen will be found.
Why were they stolen? You were sleeping on the job, perhaps?
I was not sleeping on the job.
You have soldiers to guard excavators, yet they went missing. How did that happen?
Pardon me?
You have soldiers as part of the Operation Vanguard protecting these equipment. How did they disappear overnight?
No, they did not disappear overnight. I mean, you will get a fast pretty soon. I don't want to overstep what the security people are doing, the investigators. So let us be patient. You'll get the facts pretty soon.
How many are missing?
Please, you'll get the facts very soon. As I said, they are being investigated.
We should have these figures, shouldn't we? If we know how many
you will get them.
seized.
You will get them pretty soon. Please, don't harass me. You'll get the facts soon.
Prof, if you say that you have won about 70% of the fight against Galamsey.
You will talk about Galamsey at the appropriate time. Let's talk about.
But you have just said that you've won about 70% of it.
Because you want me to comment on the State of the Nation address delivered by the President. Why don't you stay there? When you exhaust it, then we can have another time to talk about.
The state of the water bodies of the country is pretty much a state of the country.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. So first, I want to ask the honorable nominee, what are the three main subsectors within the fishing industry in Ghana? The three main subsectors within the fishing industry in Ghana.
The fishing industry, the three main subsectors. Yes, honorable minister. Yes, Honorable Nominee, we're listening to you. Ignore them, both sides of the House, and address me, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I don't understand the question very well, so it'll be very difficult for me to answer it.
No, member, can you break it down?
You can't go below 40.
No, sir.
At all.
Yes. That means we've gone, we've come far.
I'm just trying to.
Yeah. No, I can't go below the 40. I would rather prefer getting off and just getting something out of it and just getting off.
Okay, so
it's just to demonstrate that this is for me and it's not for anybody. And that is something I want to just come up very strong on.
Okay, if that's your final position, then we have to let the others know and see how we move forward.
Okay, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
The problem we are having are the leaders. Even me as somebody, I'm saying it publicly that if they can just do mass burial for all our leaders and let we the youth start ruling, you will see that everything will go the way it should go. Our leaders are our problem. I'm telling you, they can come and arrest me. If they should kill me, 1,000 people like me will still stand in this country. So that's it.
Are not independent. The judges are not independent. When they are selected, they are, they have to kowtow the line of the person who empaneled them.
So you are trying to say that the decision to pass 120 is...
No, when students go to court, they will lose, and they will lose because the judge who will hear the case will be told what to do.
But I mean,
the judges. Yes, I know under Article 127 of the 1992 Constitution, independence of the judiciary is guaranteed. I'm telling you, as a lawyer and as a former director of the law school, that when the General Legal Counsel is taken to court, the judge who hear that case may not, be all that independent. So if students decide to take the General Legal Counsel to court 100 times, they will lose 100 times. The judge who hear the case is not going to consider the matter in controversy based on the available evidence in front of the judge. So the judge will do what is being told to do, or she has been told to do.
Does that indicate that judges in Ghana are not independent?
In political matters, in legal education matters, I am saying that they are not bold. They are timorous. They can't bite. They can only back. Quote me. Then when they go to court, the chairperson of the council is also the Chief Justice. Therefore, the chairperson of the council will select the judge to hear the matter against the General Legal Counsel. Do you think you will win?
And I'm a day as I see I'm holding for 18 years. I got confirmed chronophobia. What the year court. Meanwhile, on no comma, me my children, Oko producing documents come here. Now would you have fake documents in the crowd? He has gone to court. Why am I boof? The lawyer wrote the thing on the 5th of August. And was appearance here 13. I didn't get anything. Now on the 1st of September, Mama the injunction, you are a stupid jet. I will face you. You are a stupid jet. Who persuaded you? You are a stupid jet. Yes. 18 years that I've had the land. Wow. Obiya Sabume, me wa ni afrem say e de yako, we are kwasia jet. Uri amubehu. We go fi service Obiya. Medium.
Imagine a small country like Ghana. We can use $100 million and over to build a church, cathedral. But we can't get $100 million to build a proper hospital, a proper medical center, so that when our finance minister is sick, he can go there. They would rather go to America, go to UK, go to South Africa when they are sick. But use over $100 million to build a church. Masa, we enye Jimmy. If this is not humility, then I don't know what is Jimmy. This is stupidity to the highest level. That we will use all this money, over $100 million, to build a church. But when we are sick, we travel outside.
Adia wa mind we chiri eye no kore. O kan no kore o problem. Be obeka no kore o problem. People went to campaign and dance and all that. You can never tell me. You can never tell me. Never. Never. Tell me that these spikes just jumped up. I'm telling you that this is as a result of your political dancing, vuvuzela blowing, no knows what. Don't be a hypocrite. Don't be hypocritical. Government must take responsibility. Please, look at the way everybody is in nose mask. Everybody wash their hands, sanitize their hands, sitting down nicely. Yet, you have campaigns. You want us to bring those videos back, we will. Be responsible. Suddenly, coronavirus have jumped up. Where did it come to jump up? It was already all the time spreading all that while. In September, in October, in November, in December, it was spreading. During campaign, during inauguration, corona was still spreading. I'm telling the government, lead, be an example. Don't tell me that when we are campaigning there is no corona. When the people were fighting in parliament, where was social distancing? When people were chewing paper and sitting on other people, where was when people were slapping people, jumping on people, when people were pulling people from people's seats? I thought you said we shouldn't shake our hands. People are pulling people, that didn't bring a spread. Don't try to go and play this blame game on anybody. That is hypocrisy. And
good evening and welcome to With All Due Respect Extended Version. My name is Kevin Akobedu Taylor. We're streaming live from our studios here in Washington, D.C. It's exactly 3:31 p.m. U.S. East Coast. I know it's exactly 8:31 p.m. in Ghana. How are you guys doing? Matisse, Comedy BC or Parliament right now. I know lots and lots of people are watching what's actually happening in Parliament. Into more and more time now, more Parliament at the same time. Let us know what is happening. Something funny is happening, and then I think as time goes on, the Ghost team will be feeding us with whatever is happening in Parliament today. No be any say, Oma yentiman party omono, Oma consensus or unanimous decision from the committee. Basically they were supposed to be brought to Parliament for Parliament to individually look at their issue, debate on individual nominees. But it is looking more like, babe coming in boom. Na yaka say no yanko enim na nipa 3 pena aka no kojo ponkroma Howard Kumsin and also Dr. Free, they will debate on it. And I think the last time I heard from Parliament, what can I say? They are going to take five from each side to debate on how Akumsin Kojo Ponkroma and Efriye. It is shocking because from what we are seeing here, there are other people whose issues are supposed to be debated on, the other 6. So I don't know what is really happening in Parliament now. There's some comedy happening, and it's so messed up. And I saw they were voting on some issues, and the NDC guys were not there. Majority of the MPs on the NDC side were not in Parliament. I don't know what they are doing. I don't know their problem. I don't know their responsibility, because just to go to Parliament and be part of proceedings and vote and make sure that the right thing is done, they are just walking around. And at this point, I don't know if majority of them are misbehaving. They don't even have the numbers to vote in Parliament, and these people are a disgrace to Ghanaians, if you ask me. Because if you guys cannot be in Parliament to vote on issues and deliberate on issues, and in fact have serious debate on issues, then there's no need for Ghanaians to be thinking that your position is serious. It is looking more like the NDC is a joke now. They are not ready for power, and nobody should in fact give them that attention again, and that is what I have witnessed right now. It is looking like their MPs on the committee, they actually struck a deal with the MPP MPs on the committee, a deal that the MPP would never accept if even they are dying. But for some reason, Haruna Idrisu and those boys, yes, I'll call them boys because they didn't really show that they are men enough to stand on their grounds. They are in Parliament today, and it's looking like the MPP will get their way through. This is politics, I keep telling you, and these people cannot be trusted. And from what I'm seeing, I think the NDC are not serious. I think the parliamentarians in Parliament, especially the NDC side, they are a joke, and nobody should take them serious. We will deal with that issues as we hear. We know a lot of things will be coming up. We will be getting updates from Parliament to see what to say on this particular issue. Thank you very much for being part of this evening's show. My name is Kevin Ekobedu Taylor. We're streaming live from our studios here in Washington, D.C. You can watch us live on Multi-TV. If you have a Multi-TV decoder, just scan the decoder and then you will get us live on your TV. Multi-TV, if you have a decoder, you also have another decoder, an advanced decoder. You can scan it, you will find us live on Multi-TV. We also stream live on YouTube. Look for Loud Silence TV on YouTube. Loud Silence TV on YouTube. We are also blazing on With Audio Respect on Facebook. With Audio Respect on Facebook. So we are on NDC TV. Also, we are also on Loud Silence TV on Facebook. So we are all over the place. Today we're talking on issues. We will be discussing what the Chief Justice through Yoli Kolendi said to us today, and that we should criticize. We have the right to criticize, but we should not insult them. I'm talking about the Chief Justice and the Supreme Court as a whole. We will be looking at that issue. We'll also be looking at other issues on social media platforms. We will also be going to other international platforms to take care of some business. So it's a packed show. In fact, it is a waste of time to be watching Parliament right now because, to be very honest with you, the NDC MPs, that side of Parliament, is a whole lot of jokers there. And to be very honest with you, I'm not going to mince words here. They are not ready to put this government on its toes. They have become babies who are, in fact, being bait by this majority. And I am personally very disappointed in this NDC parliamentary group in Parliament right now, because they have shown that they don't have the country at heart, and they are just there to pretend as if they are ready to do something for this country, to engage the corrupt majority in Parliament. It is looking like some people, to me, that is what I can see. Maybe some people were compromised on the committee, because from what I'm seeing in Parliament this evening, it is despicable, it is disgusting, and I don't think anybody should, in fact, pay any attention to this NDC MPs. They have disappointed their leader. They have disappointed every single individual who thought that they were a group that could change things in Parliament. So I would like to say that to Haruna Idrisu and his group in Parliament, you guys are a disappointment, and nobody should take you serious again until you people show or prove to we Ghanaians that you are people that Ghanaians can rely on. What we are seeing right now looks like a joke to me. You people are not ready to work. You people are just basically taking money for no reason, being paid for no reason, because you have proven that you are not there for the people. So the people should also take you serious. And from today and the months to come, we are all going to try and make sure majority of these NDC MPs lose their seats in their constituencies. And it is one of those things that we will be making sure it happens, because it is looking like there are some people in there who are not ready to work for the people, who are not ready to listen to their grassroots. Because I'm saying this because all the things that the NDC has allowed or have allowed to dominate in Parliament today, there's no way the NPP will ever allow to happen, because they know who they are dealing with. But the NDC parliamentarians being absent in Parliament is ridiculous. It does not make any sense. It is basically a stab in the back of the NDC, and nobody should take these NDC MPs serious. When they come out of Parliament to come sit on your radios and on TVs, and they start to speak grammar and try to sound like they're patriotic people, tell them they should piss off, because you don't have time for hypocrites. You don't have time for people who are not ready to speak truth and do the right thing for Mother Ghana. So I will honestly tell you that nobody should take this NDC parliamentarian serious. And it is my wish that come 2024, majority of them will lose their seat in Parliament. And majority of them will lose their seat in Parliament. They have disappointed Ghanaians big time. They are just waste of time for everyone. So we can't be wasting our time on a group of men and women who are not ready to do the right thing. And because they want to go down the ditch, we'll go down the ditch with them. We will force them, and we will help them to also go down. So they have called this upon themselves, and people like us are ready to make sure that we destroy them totally. So from today, it is all about making sure the right thing is done. It is not about parties, it's not about individuals, it's about getting the right thing down. And if we are giving you just the room to do the right thing and you can't, there's no need. You are of no use to Ghanaians. And that is my message to this group of NDC MPs in Parliament, especially Haruna Idrisu, who has been a big disappointment. If in the future he has any plans in politics, he should think about it twice, because we are not stupid. Ghanaians are not foolish. We are not timid, and we are not we are not foolish. We are here to, in fact, put together a nation. We are not here to form a zoo. So if somebody thinks that they have the position, they have been paid money, they are doing good, and the people who took you up there, you think you can fool them and do whatever you like, then it is better the people come around and pull you down and bring you back to where you started. And I don't take anyone out. I don't single any NDC MP out. Every single NDC MP, to me, is a joker, because just to come to Parliament to vote, you could not do it. What the hell do you guys want the people to do for you? What the hell? Because they have paid you people. They are making sure you're getting your salaries to make sure that the right thing, you do just that. That is just the job you have to do. So if you cannot do that, my friends, you guys don't deserve to be in Parliament. We will take time and come to this issue. We will delve deep into it and make sure that some individuals are blamed personally, especially those on the committee. We are going to single them out because they actually sat with the NPP committee members to, in fact, have this ridiculous agreement to come to Parliament to just come and lick the butt of the NPP. I am very disappointed in everybody who was on the committee. They are all people you cannot trust. To me, they are hypocrites, and nobody should trust any of these people. They are there for their stomach, and nobody in Ghana should, in fact, trust these NDC MPs. Generally, all of them. All right, so how is everyone doing? If this is your first time joining this show is in 4 segments. The first segment is what we call the social media segment. The second segment is what we call the editorial of the day. The hello segment is basically the first one. The second one is editorial. The third is, let me take this again. This show is in 4 segments. The first is saying hello to people watching us across the world. The second segment on this show is what we call the social media segment. The third is speaking truth to power. That's the editorial of the day. We'll be talking about the Supreme Court and the judgment tomorrow in the Supreme Court. And the fourth is allowing the family to also call in and say hello, express their views on the issue we discussed. So it's a well-packed show. It's very, very informative. very, very educative. It's a show that you cannot miss. If you're here with me this evening, I'd like to say thank you very much for being part of today's show. I can see Abdullah Adam watching me. Says, Kevin Taylor, you are doing great job watching you live. All right, thank you. Abdullah Adam is back again. Richard Skinny Thompson says, Kevin, talk all. All right, Florence Ajaho says, good evening, family. Thank you very much, Florence. Latif Rati is here to check the Bleeders Association of Ghana. Portia is also watching me. Sharon is here. Hello, family. Arjun Rubin says, Kamal Mustafa, I didn't believe it's profitable until I made a withdrawal. Oh, what is this, man? I think we need to block people like that on this platform. Arjun Robin is going to go off this platform. Atigib Blaze is also here. More fire, Kevin. Kindly call one of them to verify for us. Thanks. It is happening live in Parliament today, and we were watching a few of that, and we know what is actually happening there. The only platform without wearing a suit. All right, that is Latif Rati. Abdullah Adams is watching me right now on Facebook. On the ground, can you block one guy on this platform called Arjun Robin? Arjun Robin, on the ground, can you block that person? Thank you very much on the ground. Sharon Ifako says, I have to go on YouTube. The Facebook is still not stable. Yes, I can see that. Papa Jiro Salom is watching Kevin Taylor and the Ghost Team right now. Samuel Awuni, good evening. Good evening, Samuel. Have a wonderful evening wherever you're watching us from. Good evening, Kevin. Share Kwashi Samaka is watching me right now. Thank you very much, Kwashi. Who else is here? Nadia Staff is watching Kevin Taylor and Ghost Team. Mina Minal says the Interior Minister, Defense Minister, and Security Minister. Those are the people they say they'll be debating on. The rest, they are going to have a consensus. What that means, I don't understand. Stop fooling Arjun. All right. Florence Ama says no bagawa. Kevin, thank you very much, Florence. Okay. So this is what is happening right now. Let's move forward. Did you put the announcement? We were able to pick up the stream Friday for Tibas. Well, I'm not still right. Okay. This is also a message somebody just sent me. Thank you very much, family, for being here this evening. Let's do something right now. There are a lot of things happening right now whereby let's cheer up a little bit, then we can move forward and take care of business. It is looking more like religion is really taking over in Africa. And today I was on social media. I saw lots and lots of things on social media. People are sharing some funny videos of people praying. Some people, it is looking more like religion. We thought that Africans were becoming more enlightened. Africans were becoming more educated when it comes to religion and how we separate religion from our daily lives and also separate religion from building nations, building a democracy, moving forward as a people. But it is looking more like we have allowed religion to take over our life. This is just by the way. I saw a few videos that I would like to share with you. They are quite funny, but they are also quite worrying because you see the passion people put in religion, the passion people put in praying, the passion people put in what Jesus can do for them. Even though they have hands, they have brains to work for themselves, and Jesus helped them at the end of the day, they have decided to push all their blame and the worries on Jesus without doing anything. And I'm not saying that every single individual I'm going to show you on this in this video is also not working or they have decided not to work, but generally it's looking like in Africa everybody is relying on Jesus Christ to help them. Some people don't want to even work, but they think Jesus is the responsibility of Jesus to make sure that they get a Range Rover. They get a Range Rover for Kwansma. Kwansma, we love you and I love you so much, Kwansma. Yes, everybody thinks that Kwansma has to get a Range Rover. Everybody thinks that we all have to sit back home, fold our arms, and Jesus Christ will do it. So let's watch these few videos. After that, we will have a few conversation on it, and then we can move forward. So the question is, who is she punching? Who is she punching? Like who is she fighting? Like, because I don't think any devil has time to go and wear gloves and come fight. I just want to understand. I saw a lot of these videos on social media today, and I was asking myself, mentally, what does she think? Who is she fighting? Because I don't think problems are spirits or problems are they have gloves. And as a problems, Oma kopompia bo, Oma macho men. So I sometimes it's quite interesting when these things come up. You need to sit back and then analyze who is she punching. The woman is very good though, but you could see say the punch not dead because not Mike Kakra. Utu say she's learned a little bit of fighting because not or to or left to say I know what I shower here. No, top. On your say or Utu say or idea about heaven boxing. Yeah, or a little bit of an idea about heaven boxing because the way a punch on your ultimate say is quite an old woman or you're fit, a punch or top no hook you down like or just a Nelson would move and a use would move Mike Kakra would move. You could see say DK Kakra DK poison Kakra. So I just want to ask, is this how God is going to listen to us? Is this the only way that Jesus Christ will listen to us? By punching the air, punching the devil in the air? How do we make sure that we get over this? How do we make sure that we get over this? It is very, very important that we take care of this and then speak on it because some for Bob punchy bon sambo from dia and then as a case, case seriously. The case has become it is important that we all look at this very well. Now I saw another video too that I want us to watch. There are a few videos we need to watch. It's very, very important. These things are very important. This one too was on social. The question is, if this is how baptism is done, then one way you do heaven and talk about you. I swear to God, say, ya sure you do heaven. Say na ye body pace to the or nyami krum, ye di akwa heaven there. And they say, ya sure you do heaven ye the bebomo because a man for befa a man for one and sana ya ko more heaven ho. I am telling you, if this is how we are going to baptize people and then make sure so me ko nyamia hindie mu dia and dem ka bibia ye duru a ye de be yemu osoro ho because amanfo afa amanfo ho adwene wo asase we so amanfo afa amanfo ho adwene e wa asase we so because me nya sure say ne ebo esu just oh bo akwa do just Jack let me watch the thing again. It is interesting. Like it looks like there's a personal issue between them. Now it's a software with meaning a check. What is the software meaning a check? But na onya occasion bia and I say onya any time bia and fan clear on this issue. So you could see say software meaning a check. And so this is the time of obetenica. Either so I call just software girl. And I say be no more high school or just software girl. And I say be a software you read in the car. Just say BB obiaka baby. Someone has actually offended somebody at a point because it is looking like it is not baptism again. It is looking like a fight. Like me bukom. It is looking like me bukom or china ukoba no about catch say na wasakra. So these are the things we need to be looking at as Africans. And fine, I'm not saying say Africans and Yankopon, but I'm an African and I see how we Africans, we Ghanaians especially, in fact, look at religion, how we see religion, how we actually associate with religion. And it is looking more like I feel the religion I say a damn kakre yabim. I say I'm not here to tell you what to do or what to believe in or how to worship. But on a normal basis, like what you are doing right now, and then wall in chamber and that one too. So these are things that they are very, very important. Ebi so pray sorry fee. Oh, sorry fee. Na say ya sorry ya. Brewase. Na okoba. Oba mi chiro mokra ne say. Yeah, sorry, no ma kotokoto, no ma ba, no ma beka se bi a kire pastor no ma koto kiti, no mo ko. I to say ye hu mo ma ye nya sorry ne ye ho ntoye. I as a sorry cause na pastor to and as a chairman to no. Ye onkofobia mo sorry o ma ye so mo de. O mo ni bibia se cable. Ye ki o mo do mo nim se bia connect cable no. Se band bi pa ya o de nim se bia mo ko inside ko band for fraba collection board ne nim. Just o ma mo protocol o mo sorry. Those are the people who are my problems so. Almost nobody konkonsa pa. Sorry de okwa no abro ho ase. Ebi ma ja sorry no ena ye hwa kwa we wudi say opre no ho asori ho So, okay, so this one is not a church service. Where the night will be engagement. But some for no baby, omo wedding, I say, omo engagement, I say, omo funeral, omo year, say, no mu chum, no ma Jamaica. Or prepare to wash a cup out there with you. Boga tikwa pie. Boga tikwa pie. Boga niswa brino, or wood the onion ho. A man neck, the color in region ho. Boga tikwa pie. Boga pre. Boga yes sir, but the tikwa kopai. Boga pre. And the cabe fee. Into all my engagement near the idea. No money na namasie, no mo jik peyi. Obo habo say, wabeji jollof bi, no the jollof random. I swa kotu bi say, oh sanko for I MC kasa, no nam MC nechi. Nice wakotu obwa. Sanko for nam job no. Ebinie and on the cabe fee, obo tikwa pai. It is a way Ghana ni na oshe mi oko party bro wase. Oko party bro wase we tiko pai. We tiko ebe pai. Sanko for ha adwene wa sorry too much. I saw my kotu, I saw one person me block here. Yet I guess what block here. I haka cracky, you are block here. Chomna ko de jai wa kotu, I saw kotu, I saw one person me block chairman and him. I saw with tiko occupy. All right, so these are things that we need to, in fact, look at very, very well. There's another video that I saw on social media which I thought was funny. I think it was one of the workers taking a vaccine, a jab. That's how you guys call it, right? I think Nana Barnum was from the GH1. I'm not very sure, but I thought I heard Nana Barnum's voice in there. But Sa Bogus in Yobia. Bogus in Yobia. Let's watch this guy. Boga ki cash me free. Sa Boga panic get the panic channel na Boga hopopo.
1 minute. You can do it. You can do it, Pastor. Children are saying, oh, George, George. You little change. You little change. 1, 2, 3. But you little change. 10. Watch here. Watch here. 10 and don't look ahead. Just watch here. Don't look ahead. Just watch here. George.
Now George, what are you doing, George? George, what do you really want, George? 10, and let us peel you to. George is doing a trimode. George is a gaga or the tea attacking. What to attack so line a future tea bread. Sir George is ropanye. And I'm managing George so what George trimmy George 10. And we're in macho no. George 10 and take one shot. George, you were any. George, I don't know you, but I think this is quite funny. I don't know where you work. I think you work at GH1. In fact, link up. Now, George, we go much more for good. Shamasolo, the way you muscle don't want to see the panel, but why? I feel we'll try to say the day a woody alewa or try with the move. George, George is not supposed to do that. Girl, see Jones. So, oh, George. Oh, George. Utimi out there, George. Japan make a credit. Why you know to anyway you macho. And oh yeah, George 10. George 10. Japan yes we be do. Yeah, George be. Yeah, George.
1 minute. You can do it. Pastor. But you need to change. 10. Watch here. Watch here. No, 10 and don't look ahead. Just watch here. Don't look ahead. Just watch here. George.
They say, George, go to the guy or the please, we have a meeting. Yes, we'll be back. Sit in the reception. Yes, we are having an executive meeting. Sit in the reception. On my own Kasampo. George, we say, go to the na oba. Just say, George, one of some year Jumanas or call. Oh, please, Mr. George, I want to see. Oh no, wait. We are busy here. Sit at the reception. No, koba. What turn the shirt so clean. Monday on a first. The shirt. O to me twiswa ye the fatty bread but to me chat. George Robert na how delay time. O the George call Pakistan and come the kuraba be shoe with kura. Ye be 1 pound 2 seconds akwa. Who be waste the time. Pakistan ye ko fe bro e dia ko djoma ko ton a ye be 1 pound 20 seconds a. What better na girls here George and a George who is George and George Massa what the why lucky Burkina Faso and the shoe pania wo to cry long time. Me say George George Burkina Faso na wa anka ye the shoe pania wo to long ye kwa kwaje koleba. What says what is space 30 seconds 2 minutes 4 minutes 5 minutes otina waja kunyatana imbani ya George 10 this way Burkina and Kashu pandi dia wo to no kwa sori kura Japan dia kofi. All right, so these are some of the quite interesting videos today my producer sent me that we should actually talk about quickly. So yeah, that's it. Let's take care of business right now. It's basically 4 p.m. here. It's 9 p.m. in Ghana. You're still watching, with all due respect, extended version on Loud Silence TV, on Multi TV. If you have a Multi TV decoder, all that you have to do is just scan your decoder and look for or search for Loud Silence TV. Scan your decoder, search for Loud Silence TV on Multi TV. If you have an advanced decoder too, all that you have to do is scan. After scanning, look for Loud Silence TV on your decoder and you'll find us and George. You will find us and George here doing ourselves like we have eaten alewa from our butt. And you will find us here. If you go on Loud Silence TV, you find myself, Kevin Taylor, and you also find George. Okay, George is with TV3. They say George is with TV3, not GH1. No Jina one anymore. I ubusa the question grove you. Oh, Mr. George, afternoon. Oh, yes. Please, I want to come and see the guy who said 152, 215. I can confirm. I don't know that guy's name. I want to come and see that guy. Oh, please. Where are you coming from? George, you know. Obabusa question about you. Oh, yes, Mr. George. What do you need? Oh, I want to see the guy who actually said 125 and we can confirm. Oh, TV3. George Bobo Pandia Wabe Sheki Shekutu. You did Pia to my George Rebel. All right, George. So we stand with George. George lives matter. And George Floyd. George TV3, your life matter. George TV3. I say your life, it matters. George, link up. I like you so much. But I am a winning your dinka crack. Yeah, ultimately I'm saying. Now you're back. I'm sitting beside you. My friend, I am Bobby Chaminasi. Slap you about board. George Moining a day. Pakistan come the Kuraba shoot Timu Dada. Burkina come the shoot Panya will twap Pamo cry. George, a mile down where you match on also a concert. George, I fool you. All right, let's move forward here. Our first photo is this. I'm sorry. I forgot. Where your police knew, some police for na those times me be idea be mo amu fa sa kwan so pa mo be police for na make catch no omo mo hwa white way no. I'm going to tell you obenya idea be amete otra Otra West Hills Mall. Na akakra we Dubai ho a ekọ kaswa no ta to boot na wo ho no. Ai aha. Before be do to boot no say Uba be do to boot no obo say angle kakra bi obo say gofo no bugina ho. Won say gofo we omkuta moto police o mejewu. Menim omo milipa ni omo. Na sa police for no. Sa gofo na no time omo ba no anopa be 7:30 and ewia 1:30 and 3 no mo bo ho. Sa gofo no mo hye helmet white bi. Omo bejewu. Sa gofo no me say Opa Chi Lexus 2023 Udu how many fort on mejewu. Now omo ade omu chi kura de say broni to car front and your medai what to car denim and the fafa omo so. Me feelings our police for the rough. I omo delay me dey bi pa. Me no want to area omo ni me pa. I'm their friend. Mbade omu chi so ade chi bi omo adwene sesa. Ade chi bi omo adwene sesa. Sa before you get to the toll booth now what Tuba Junction on after West Hills Mall Okot Kaswa. Sanko for papa we me sure so kan ho. Me say we the 2029 Range Rover ombe stop we nya asama kan ho. Ombe jewu. Sanko for no ombe be 3. Ombe 4 2 ha na 2 ha oboa. The omo chi kra no say broni to car front. Me say omo hu say me yire to me car front a. I so omo na kwan nim na me fa car no form so. Broni to car front and then there. The obetua there 12 for 30 there na obetua. Mrs. Omu se broni to car but me om de aya me ntimi minim de meka hwe ene owo panie hwe police ni wagigia me ka so agi bribe wagigia beji panie kitu bia o su di sa akora me si na police ni was man so onko no goku an robber wait or to send the boss CID boss no. This police guy, with all due respect to maybe or usro needles and just say bia or ye nipa bia usro tu ana bibi. Now usro panie de better na usro tu. Usro panie. Now who de tu de obetuma tu ano. Police no also decide akora no. Me say sa police for mo white we mu ombejew. Say GPRT fo say die omo bejew. Omo they don't take excuses so. Omo gina ho no license, no roadworthy, no die say a joe. And now what broni sa to car front there. And there no omo bejew trotro kwa 30 days back. I 30 Ghana, 40 50 Ghana no. I omo those times no. I na me wo allo those times pa but Ghana mo allo Camry bi pa. Nice Camry, red one, solid. They have a red butterfly. But yeah, burger say my fresh unia. My fresh. If you had a burger crepe, me roll. I should cost no beer me aircon. Let's go. Me 10 Ghana. Me $10. I move 60 Ghana. Me bray. I. But me feel me car no. And I'm my wife. You got town, Jack. My son says scan. I how to say. And you me 60, 70 na me ba. What's a go for the pajamas? I'm saying I. Say go for. Now the only choose MTTU. Oh, the only choose move. Now all time I was I use red Camry or no. No matter almost a minute about how die what to kind him. Hey, offer say I go to zoom. Offer say so I go crash a car for it just all park it. It go for we. Me so much to be sure that die what to kind him. Me first say I me koto wager lake him. Say because say so me de kwa shake car for it many option bia I have to stop. Omo bejo. Omo de burger say the bronio. I say case burger the bronio na say wo de no. Tro for 8 and 30 for the bejo no. Hwe de nimo odisu. Ghana police are the fool you fucking. Me film up this guy I could for a good police officer. And so you for na can take a crack, dropping a crack. Why? I send a bear and Roberts about to me. I fit a chase you. All right, so who your police the way in ma? Oh, can't better than talk as here. All right, another picture. This one too is in this statement came from Professor PLO Lumumba. He said this, and I quote, in Japan, a corrupt person kills himself. In China, they will kill him. In Europe, they will jail him. In Africa, he will present himself for elections, and it is a fact. In Africa, he will present himself for elections, and we, the idiots, will vote for him again, even though we know the person is corrupt. Even though we know, said this man is corrupt from day one. We know this man doesn't have a certificate. We know this man is corrupt. When he was an attorney general, cocaine got missing. But as in Africa there, we will vote for corruption. And this is a fact. He says in Japan, a corrupt person kills himself, and which is true. We have seen a lot of it whereby people who are leaders who are involved in corruption or any mismanagement, they honorably kill themselves because they can't take that embarrassment, and they feel, say, it is more honorable to kill themselves than to be ridiculed. When you go to China, they will kill him. They will actually kill you. In China, they don't play around. These communist guys, they will kill you. When you go to Europe, you go to jail. Recently, 2-3 days ago, we saw former French President Sarkozy has been sentenced to jail. That is how it works. Whether he's in jail or he's at home serving jail time, at least something has been done. When it comes to Africa, especially when it comes to Ghana, I mean, Africa, I can't call that say. Especially when it comes to Ghana, he will present himself for elections, and we will vote for him. Yes. And it's everywhere. We know it's happening. Yeah, we will vote. So then they are not scared. When was the last time you heard anybody resign that he has been involved in corruption? No, nobody resigns in Ghana. Kandapa today, he will pass because of the useless MPs in parliament who could not even go to parliament to vote. Because of the useless NDC MPs who refuse to go to parliament to vote. Because they know that these MPs in parliament, for all you know, some people deliberately decided not to go to parliament to make sure these people are passed, because the useless NDC MPs will not go to parliament, and they will help people who are even not supposed to be in our political setting get the nomination. Useless NDC MPs, some of them very, very useless. Very, very, very useless opposition. Very, very useless. If you're a young man and you think this NDC MPs in parliament can change anything, very useless. Very useless people. Very, very useless. You can't go to parliament and vote. Massa, shut up and leave parliament. Nobody has time for you. Okay. Now, this is my boss. In Ghana, the whole Ghana, Musi ID boss in there. The whole Ghana, Musi ID boss here. Yes. So let's move forward. Now, our first social media story is an African story, and this is a story. Nigeria, it was reported by DW Africa. And this is what it says. Nigerians are hoarding fuel in anticipation of price increases. Every month, the Nigerian government spends 135 million euros. That is 62 billion naira, subsidizing petroleum products. Cheaper fuel in Nigeria, in turn, encourages smuggling into neighboring countries. The smugglers turn a quick profit but create scarcity in Nigeria. Last year, President Muhammadu Buhari announced that in his administration would end the subsidies, creating a panic that has led to fuel shortages, price hikes, and hoarding. How can Nigeria's chronic fuel woes be resolved? And that was a question from DW Africa. So the shocking part is, to be very fair with you, to be very honest with you, let's be honest here. Africa, West Africa, the reason why I say that is Nigeria were about 3 refineries. Nigeria has about 3 refineries. But and you can say the refineries are all not working. They are broken down. They don't work effectively. So Nigeria to oil, no? The Nigeria takes it out. Then he takes the oil out for some other country to refine the oil and then sell it back to Nigeria. Like, are you kidding me? And so Africa I grow for me from what I have even seen in Ghana Parliament today. The comedy I witnessed in Parliament today from the NDC MPs, I have seen say Ghana Africa a waste of everybody's time. Oh yeah, because you see, I think the only thing that can change Africa, and I say we, the new generation, we need this drastic change. I'm telling you. It is not about lip service. It is not about sitting and making statements and speaking English. No, it is about drastic change. Some people will fall behind. Some people will step on bodies and move forward. Some people will go and save Africa, especially save Ghana. But honestly, from what I'm seeing around Africa, what I'm seeing in Ghana, let's be real with ourselves. Let's be real with each other. I am an African. I am a Ghanaian. I love Africa. I love being black. I love being a Ghanaian. But what I am seeing in Africa in general, and specifically in Ghana, especially the comedy I am witnessing in Parliament today from the NDC irresponsible MPs, I can confidently tell you, say, what I know in West Africa, Ghana, until we decide to take serious decisions. And that those decisions are not supposed to be taken by this group of people in Parliament today. They can't help us. That is why I was saying 2028 is important to we, the young generation, we, the young Ghanaians. Yes, 2028. This is a situation in an African country. It is one of the biggest economy in Africa. It is one of the biggest economy that actually drills or actually drills oil. And the funny thing is, apart in all this, Nigeria has I think 3 refineries, three solid refineries, but they spend 62 billion naira, equivalent of 135 million euros on refining their oil. So you ask yourself that at this point, these old men and women we have trusted for years, basically they cannot help us as African young leaders or the young generation in Africa. They can't. And if I want to circulate down and bring it to Ghana, you can see clearly that as we speak, Tor is not even operational. Tor needs to a car Tor dino. A Tor de catcher a jumano moyeno. So it is looking like nothing is working. We keep praying. We keep acting like everything is fine, but nothing is fine. Every single day, all that you hear is Africa is a mess. Africa is doing this. Africa is a total mess that we cannot, as citizens, trust. Africa is basically a waste of everybody's time. From the news you are just seeing from Nigeria, the biggest economy in Africa, I think so. Yes, I think these are facts. They don't even have a refinery. They spend all this amount of money on refining their oil. And who in their right senses will see people like this as people who are intelligent or ready to, in fact, move forward or develop? We can't. That's why I'm saying the drastic change is important. The drastic change is about time. The drastic change. But you cannot have that drastic change by just speaking. You need to start building it. You need to start having the conversation that will get people excited to be part of that drastic change. That drastic change that will change Africa for good. People are watching me from other 22 African countries, and they can relate to what I'm saying. Niger, Cameroon, Benin, all these African countries, about 22 other African countries, including Ghana, are watching me. And the fact is, they all know deep down that if we rely on these old men, it is not going to work. And don't let somebody convince you and tell you, say, because some people are doing free SHS, because there was SARS demonstration in Nigeria, because we the people we know technology now, so Africa. No, it is actually the attitude of us. Because you have to understand, say, these leaders today we have now, their kids are people they are stealing to take care of, and then they will use those monies to help their kids come back and control with the masses. That is why today you cannot actually trust any politician across Africa. I cannot trust any MP in parliament today. They are liars. They are people who you cannot trust. So when you watch these things and you don't want to be honest with yourself and you think that it's a joke, then you are just playing tricks on your mind. The fact of the case here is we need to do a lot to change the destiny of Africa. If a country that in Africa has the best oil reserve, in fact, has the biggest economy, cannot refine its own oil in its own country, then it means Africa is basically the shithole. Some people are saying, and at the point, we all have to accept that Africa is a shithole. If Africa isn't a shithole, how can an MP who knows that there are crucial things to vote on in parliament tonight, if Africa is not a shithole and Ghana is not a shithole, how come an MP who has been voted to office by the people just to go do one thing, go to parliament, make laws, vote on issues to make sure it affects them positively, ignore parliament and be chasing unnecessary things, and that MP thinks nobody can, in fact, question them. No, those have to be voted against. They have to be kicked out of office. They are a waste of everybody's time. And we are actually going to take our time and deal with this issue. All right, the next African story is this. This Facebook has started messing up again. It is terrible. I don't know what's happening. Boss, okay. Let's I'm sorry, I had to tell my producer to do something quickly. There are some people on the page that we have to make sure we get rid of. The next African story is this. The Zambian government has approved a controversial bill to regulate social media and enhance cybersecurity. It is designed to facilitate intelligence gathering as well as addressing online terrorism. But critics say that once implemented, the new law will curtail digital freedom of expression. Do you see this law as a form of censorship? I see this law as a law that they are basically going to use to suppress press freedom, to suppress freedom of speech, to suppress the people who are now vocal, like myself, on the streets, in their homes, in their various offices, people who have put together platforms to be very honest on issues and discuss important political issues. It is actually going to technically take the voice out of the people. And as you know, in Africa, when it happens to one country, the rate at which it is going to trickle or ripple through Africa, it is high. We all know that it's happening in Ghana. When today we have been told by government that before an election, we were told by the government that by the NMC that journalists are not even supposed to report on some few things, on some things. In fact, not to report on specific things. We are here. We've been told by the judicial services that we Ghanaians cannot even talk on the election petition. So you have to understand that this has been coming. It is coming, and they are planning to do it. And you know, because in Africa there isn't what we call real democracy. If somebody is watching me right now and they think that we have real democracy in Africa or something we call democracy, is a lie. There's no democracy in Africa. In fact, as far as I know, about 90% of African countries, the leaders we have right now, the majority have been elected democratically, but they are tyrant. They are autocratic leaders. Everything that they are putting their nations through and their countries through shows that they are power drunk. Let's talk about Museveni. Let's talk about Akufo-Addo during this election. Let's talk about Ivory Coast, the president there during his recent elections. Let's talk about Central African Republic. Let's talk about Chad. Let's talk about Ethiopia. They are all autocratic leaders. They are just using what they call democracy. But you realize that at the end of the day, they are all autocrats. They don't all believe in democracy. All the elections, either they kill to win, they kill the opposition, they decide what they want to do. So don't be convinced, don't be confused, or don't be convinced that, don't let anybody confuse you that Africa has some kind of democracy that is going to change Africa for good. No. Because the people leading us today don't believe in democracy. We sit in Ghana today, and our Auditor General is being forcefully pulled from his office because some 81-year-old man who has nothing to do, he's working in government, licking the butt of politicians, does not want the Auditor General of Ghana to investigate $1 million that the president and the senior minister, including the finance minister, they have chopped. This is what I tell you. That is why I keep telling you Ghanaians that the drastic change is very, it is inevitable. A blow which is inevitably yours when earlier received can cause torrential hostilities. I think it's about time that we started understanding as young Ghanaians, say, We need that drastic change. We need to democratically start thinking and putting ourselves together to take over from these leaders. It should be democratically done. You need to let your voice, you need to make sure your voice is heard. Because from what I am reading, since I started the show, you listening, you realize that there's nothing good coming out of Africa. There's no better news. Those better news too, when you go deep into it, there are news that some people even made up. So let's not lie to each other, lie to ourselves, and pretend that, yes, something crazy is happening that is changing the destiny of Africa. Nothing is happening. We, the young ones now, have to make a decision. Have to make a decision and make sure that we change the system. Because we can't live in a country where we vote for members of parliament to go into parliament and just what they have to do is simple. Just vote and make sure things are going the right way. And you get an opposition parliament, opposition MPs from the opposition side. 12 of them don't show up at the crucial time they are voting on ministers who are going to lead us for the next 4 years. Some of the ministers, nominees, can't even speak right, understand what they are doing. And you know that the leadership on the other side are ready to do anything to pass these people who are intellectually not smart to even lead as ministers. And you, an MP, we are feeding. You, an MP, people went to line up. I'll need the list of these idiots and I'll break it down for them to understand. They can go to court. I don't care. I need a list of these jokers who did not show up in parliament because of their selfish interest, because some people have gone to take money. Allegedly, that is what I'm hearing. So they wouldn't even show up in parliament to vote, to help make sure that we change our system well. And you see, we will not allow some people we have given power to misbehave in Ghana. I can stop the topic today and direct everything to you. This 12 irresponsible MPs who failed to go to parliament and vote. You people are a disease of politicians, and every single constituent of yours. I am going to get the list of these MPs and I'll cut you guys into pieces till 2024 to make sure you, these MPs, you are all kicked out of politics, kicked out of parliament. You are a waste of everybody's time. You people are helping so that your NDC rots in parliament, rots in opposition. That is a fact. And some people are deliberately doing that. We will do, I think, let me do the Africa and do 1 or 2 social media. We will direct it there. The nonsense in Ghana is too much. So some Fonso Ghana do. Jimmy Samuel Dawson. All right, the next one is this. DW still say Uganda Opposition Party, the National Unity Platform, NUP, headed by Bobi Wine, has published the names of 280 missing persons suspected to have been abducted by security forces. Uganda held presidential elections on January 14th. In the month before, armed men abducted several people, mostly from the opposition. Hundreds of disappearances have been reported in the press and on social media. Most of those taken are young men with links to the NUP. I keep telling you, there is no democracy in Africa. There is no democracy in Africa. It is a joke if you sit and you say there is democracy in Africa and that you are going to do everything. No, the youth, it's about time. These old men, how old is Museveni? He has adopted 280 people. What does that man need? That man cannot eat 4 chicken. He can't. Even 4 chicken is too much. Alewa, yogurt, 4 yogurts. That guy cannot eat yogurt, 4-pack. He can't. So I keep telling you, those who are near their death are the most dangerous ones. Go to Nigeria, Buhari, you see him is like a ghost. Buhari is like a ghost. He has messed up the Nigerian economy. He has basically destroyed the Nigerian economy, destroyed young people. Today, the military and the security in Nigeria are killing young Nigerians because they just want their voices to be heard. They are demonstrating against something they believe in. They are demonstrating against something they think that should be demonstrated against. And the government calls soldiers, calls police to kill the Nigerian who pays taxes to take care of Buhari's sickness. This is an old man who is leading a country full of hungry, angry young men and women. And he doesn't care. This is a country which has the biggest economy in Africa. He doesn't even have a refinery. 3 refineries, they cannot work effectively. He has to carry all the oil that they make in Nigeria, take it to Europe, and later buy the oil. And then he says that he's the smartest. You see his age? His age group is Akufo-Addo. Go to Ghana. Akufo-Addo is the same. You see his age? He kills to be in power. Today, a whole Auditor General is chasing $1 million for us. We have a senior minister. And then the president and the president's cousin, Oforiatta, they have done everything possible, or they are still doing everything possible to stop the Auditor General from chasing our $1 million. Look at Akufo-Addo's age, the same. Go to Ivory Coast. Look at his age, the same. Go to Chad. It's everywhere. Benin, all these Cameroon. It is like that. Because, and the funny thing is, when you go back and you check these people misbehaving, they are all in the same age category. They are all 70, 78, 80, 90, 78, 80, 85, 69, 78, 80. It's a group. It's a year group. It is a year group that does that. And that year group has to be stopped. And it doesn't have to be, has to stop only in one country. Because if we think that we can just do that in Ghana, at the end of the day, if we even get a good leader in Ghana, he's going to go sit with 99 criminals at ECOWAS. He's going to sit with 99 criminals at AU. So this should be a generational revolution across the length and breadth of Africa, whereby this year group, 70 to 90 years year group, we wipe them out by voting them out, demonstrating every single day. Put pressure on them. More pressure, no pressure, no almost to survive pressure. They should work out voluntarily. We need to pressurize them. That is the issue. So if you think it is only in Ghana that when you change your leadership, you are good, no, because the pressure is around. If you choose a good leader in Ghana, you go and sit with criminals at ECOWAS. And those criminals will sit there, and then we have ECOWAS. None of these people, these old junks, were able to raise something up in ECOWAS and say, we are ECOWAS. Why can't we get 5 pharmaceutical companies in ECOWAS to force them, get money and give to them and give them timelines? We are giving you 6 months, produce a vaccine for us. These old junkies could not do that. They couldn't. Everybody goes to their respective country. We want to do vaccine. The last I heard Akufo-Addo saying, we want to do vaccine. Do vaccine from where? You want to produce vaccine from where? From where? You people went to ECOWAS. You could not sit and say, we are ECOWAS. We've been talking about free trade. We've been talking about the same currency. We've been talking about being borderless free countries. We've been talking about having the same currency, the same ID. Today, there's a pandemic. Let's prove to the world that we ECOWAS are even stronger than AU. Why can't we get all these countries to present one pharmaceutical company each? ECOWAS, the money you are stealing, give to these pharmaceutical companies, make it the United ECOWAS. Give them timelines, 7 months, 6 months. Give us an antidote. Whether it's going to be herbal, it's going to be something from Africa, we don't care. We just need a vaccine that can treat our people. And these old junkies go and sit in ECOWAS. They sleep with young girls. They fat. They sleep. They open their legs. They have this smelly jacket, smelly coat. They'll go and sit there. No sense. No sense. We are waiting for WHO to bring us a vaccine today. We are all confused about. We don't even know how potent is it. It is. We can't even trust it fully. We are convincing ourselves we are praying to God today we are kneeling before God to say, God, let us take this. If the white man finishes, that's fine. If he doesn't, we are good. This is where we are. And we sit here as Africans and say we have leaders. We don't have leaders. We have junkies. We have junkies. You could not, even if ECOWAS could not do it, AU couldn't do it because you have the European Union. When this pandemic happened, they all came together. They started looking at things. Hey, you guys, Pfizer is at your place, right? You, this one. So what is Russia doing? What is Belgium doing? What is Holland doing? Yeah, guys, we didn't see anything like that in Africa. Useless talks. Useless talks. Who is going to lead for the next 4 years? Akufo-Addo is going to be ECOWAS president for the nonsense. Then they will bring it back home, and our portals, our news media, that is useless across Africa, they will be concentrating on that. Nana Addo Akufo-Addo secures second term, whilst people in his country are drinking water from the same stream as cows. Are you sick in your head? Oh, Buhari has been sustained as the AU DND chairman, whilst in Buhari's own country, he is the biggest economy in Africa. He cannot refine his own oil, whilst Buhari is making his own soldiers kill Nigerians on the street. Are you sick? And a media person, you are giving concentration on that. And you sit there and you are expecting the white man, who you always say, you're kind of Africa, all over Africa. White people don't like us. White people don't like us. They want to eliminate us. They want to finish the black race. So why don't you have that common sense to create your own vaccine? You have all the common sense to know that somebody hates you. You have all the common sense in this world to know that you are the smartest. God has given you herbs. You are Africa. You are unique. But you don't have that simple common sense to say that even though we know we are unique, we are this, we need to create our own vaccine so that the white man who wants to wipe us, that perception we have in our head, we will not give him the opportunity. But we sat in Ghana, foolishly sit, wait, pray, and wait. And then when the white man gives you a vaccine that you did not do, you did not put any input in, a vaccine whereby he looked at his people's genes to create, then force it onto you, then you tell me that, yes, the white man wants to kill you. The white man does not have time for your stupidity. The white man has decided to do his own homework by fighting this pandemic in his own way. What are you doing as Africans, as the AU, as ECOWAS to fight this pandemic? We are fooling and taking girls and following us and going to meetings and sitting with our dirty, smelly jackets and then our shrunk balls, and we sit there, disgustful people, very ignorant, stupid and ignorant. They take over power. They don't want to step down. They can't even walk. Look at the president of some president I saw, Bongo or something, he can't even walk. And then these old junkies, we send them every day. Then they have young men following them. And those young men are happy because those old junkies are giving them the opportunity to steal. So you get presidents like Buhari. You get a president like Akufo-Addo. You get a president like Museveni. They are young men who are into politics. They love such people because that is how they will make their riches. Because Akufo-Addo bought 7 awada. So Mustafa Hamid, you're not going to GMPC. He will lick Akufo-Addo's balls till he dies because Akufo-Addo 7 awada, he is going to be rich there at GMPC. Somebody like Kojo Ponkroma, he's dying to become a information minister. If you don't get information minister, what's your problem? You came to serve the people. Why don't you say honorably, I don't even want it. I want to be an MP and contribute in parliament. But he wants to be an information minister because he knows that the president is one of the old junkies. He will use that avenue to make billions. Today, we have men who served in the presidency for 4 years as presidential advisors and PROs. Today, they all want to be ministers, and we are making them ministers. Ask yourself, why will a young politician who has worked in the Jubilee House for 4 years will try everything possible, get money from somewhere we don't know, Asenso get billions to go to Bantama and throw one of the biggest campaign. Asenso, it was just working in the Jubilee House. Nobody asked him because these young people believe that when they support these old dying creatures, that is how they make their money. And today they are all billionaires. So it's a simple calculation. It's a simple conversation that the youth in Africa should understand. The 19-year group, the 79 to 83-year group, those range, 69 to 83 years, we have to clear them from the system. And it shouldn't be one country. It should be the whole of Africa. It should be the whole of Africa, because if you choose 2, 3 to go and sit on ECOWAS, let's limit ourselves to ECOWAS because that is our territory. If you take 2, 3 good leaders to go sit in ECOWAS, the 99 fools will destroy them. Every good thing they would like to pass, those criminals sitting there, the 99 years, the 67, the 79 years, the 78 years, the 77 years, who sit and sleep like dogs who are pregnant, they will block them because they don't understand innovation. They don't understand what we call the New World Order, that things have to change drastically. That is why we are here today. A whole opposition party, MPs, 12 and over, decide not to go to parliament, foolishly ignore such an important meeting. And then they want to come and sit on TV the next morning. Get me the list, producers. On the ground, get me the list of the MPs who are not in parliament. They foolishly will go and sit on radio tomorrow morning and speak grammar to the people who put their lives on the line. Some people are dead because of such a person to go to parliament. And go to parliament and vote. vote and get up and go and sit in the V8, take S gratia and go home. You cannot do this simple thing. So who should spend his or her time on such useless opposition in parliament? Nobody should have time for such radical, irresponsible people in this country. We gave you a simple job. We are paying you and feeding you every day. Go to parliament and vote. You are walking around like aimless students. I say people can go to any highest court you want to go. You are a disappointment to Ghanaians, you this NDC MPs who did not show up in parliament to vote. Now see this nonsense. I don't want to get there. I don't want to get there because when I get there, the kind of things I would say, it is not good for TV. So I'm not going to get there. Because when I decide to get there, some people will not sleep tonight. Some people will not sleep tonight. And they are forcing me to get there. And I think I'll get there a little bit today. I need to get there a little bit today. Now, watch this nonsense. What are you reading on the screen? Respect the Supreme Court, Kufuor to journalists and Ghanaians. And you see, I keep saying that I am now beginning to believe J.J. Rawlings. I am now beginning to understand Rawlings, some part of Rawlings. And some people in Ghana, I criticize Rawlings a lot because I may he so rest in peace. I was expecting him to go hard on corruption because I saw him to be somebody who said no matter what is in front of him, he will speak truth. So anytime he deliberately skipped some scandals, I gave it to him hard. I was hard on Rawlings, and I'm one person who was very critical, especially in his very last days on earth. I did everything and I spoke to him harshly because you have been telling us from day one that we should be Ghanaians who have to fight corruption. Now, I am beginning to believe that J.J. Rawlings, when it comes to Kufuor's issue, he was perfectly right. J.J. Rawlings is not Jesus. He's not a perfect gentleman on earth who lost his life. But I am beginning to see and know emphatically that Kufuor is the biggest hypocrite in our history. Ex-President Kufuor is not a statesman. Ex-President Kufuor is a sycophant. Ex-President Kufuor is somebody you cannot trust as an elder in the house. Ex-President Kufuor is just a politician who just wants favor. He's a politician who is scared to speak truth, to make sure the right thing is done, even at his age. Ex-President Kufuor has proven J.J. Rawlings right that he is one of the most untrustworthy human beings in Ghana. And I will not mince words because instances and circumstances that we have witnessed over the years has proven that Kufuor is a hypocrite. Somebody sitting somewhere and say, hey, I'm not going to speak about Kufuor because somebody will take me to Kufuor's house to shake his hand. No, I'm not like that. Kufuor is not Jesus Christ. Kufuor is a human being like me. I respect his age. I respect his position. He used to hold. But I also have the right to speak when somebody is a hypocrite. Me, I'm not living my life to go and see somebody to take me to Kufuor to shake his hand. No, I respect him. I respect the job he did for Ghana. But I want to tell him that he's a hypocrite. I'm not those kind of journalists who is always waiting that, will I meet Nane Kufuor and then shake him and take a picture? Will I meet Kufuor? Will I meet Mahama? I'm not that kind of journalist. I mean, I don't have a mentor. I don't have a celebrity. I don't have anybody. I just speak it the way it is. And if Kufuor today is telling Ghanaians that we should respect the Supreme Court and the journalists to also respect the Supreme Court, we Ghanaians should respect. What did Kufuor see for him to make this statement? Because he should have seen something to speak. And with all due respect to the president, ex-president, with all due respect, I don't think ex-president Kufuor is a mampam on your alligator. Mampam, he doesn't see, he doesn't hear. President Kufuor sees and he hears. So nowhere will I sit and say President Kufuor is an alligator or it's a mampam. With all due respect, he will never be an alligator and he will never be a mampam, because I know all that is happening on our TVs and our radio. He's reading, he's listening, he knows every single thing. He's a statesman, he's an ex-president. He even is briefed on all the scandals, every single thing happening in Ghana. So why has Kufuor decided that today, a day or two to the judgment of the election petition, to tell us Ghanaians, including himself, that we should respect the Supreme Court and that we should journalists should respect the Supreme Court and we Ghanaians as a whole? What did he see, or what has he been told for him to come out to speak now? But as President Kufuor, you are a hypocrite. You know why? You are the biggest hypocrite, and you are one of those people destroying the NPP right now. Yes. You are doing that Alan Cash thing. You are doing that, Father, I am down here. You are the person, you are the biggest problem of Ghana. In fact, we didn't understand JJ Rawlings because we were too angry with him from the things he has done before. But the man had some truth in him when he kept on saying and repeating that President Kufuor is a hypocrite and he is actually the biggest sycophant in our history. President Kufuor, were you in this country when 9 people were killed during this election? Did you hear? Did you see it? Your NPP president, Adudankwa Akufo-Addo, under his leadership, which you are part of the elders of the NPP and the statesman, ex-president of the country, did you hear that 9 people were shot during this election? You are a hypocrite, my friend. With all due respect, you are even older than my dad, but you have proven from what you are doing now and the instances we have recorded, giving you all the patience, you are the biggest hypocrite. And I swear to God, when you sit in your home, in your corner, in your chair, listen to yourself and ask your God that if you have actually lived the life he wanted you to live. You are a hypocrite. You are a sycophant. Did you hear that 9 people were killed by your Akufo-Addo instructing soldiers and police to kill Ghanaians? Did you hear it, Mr. President? You are just seated every time shaking people's hand. You are like Jesus Christ. When you shake Kufuor's hands, you go to heaven. No. We will let you understand when you're doing the right thing. We'll tell you. When you're doing the wrong, we will tell you. You have no respect again because you have shown that you're a hypocrite. President Kufuor, were you in this country when Ayawaso Wagon, West Wagon, Ghanaians were shot by people put in national security clothing and military clothing and police clothing by your president, Akufo-Addo? People were shot. Were you in this country? Did you make a statement? Did you tell the president in his face that you have been in that position before and that this is wrong? And after even the commission sat and they gave the paper to the president and he threw it back in their face, Mr. President, I don't think you were an alligator or you were a mampam. I know you read, you saw. Did you make a statement? What stopped you from speaking on this issue? You are a hypocrite. At your age, what do you need? You gave your son the biggest hotel in Ghana. We didn't say anything. You gave your son the biggest hotel. Ghana at 60. Ghana at 60. We were in this, was it Ghana? Your time was Ghana at 50. Ghana at 50. All the cars they brought in, you people took everything. Nobody said anything. We are here. Nobody said anything. But just be truthful for once at your age. I respect you. I respect your wife. But that respect, Mr. President, you have blown it apart. You are in this country, Mr. President. Today you are telling Ghanaians that they should respect the Supreme Court. Do you think Ghanaians are fools to disrespect the Supreme Court? No. Something should start something for somebody to disrespect somebody. Or you think people just are stupid and they get up and disrespect Supreme Court? Ghanaians are not foolish. With all due respect, you didn't govern Ghana alone. You governed Ghana with other Ghanaians. So you understand that other people have different opinions. So don't take advantage of your ex-president thing and MPP thing to always be so a sycophant. Don't be a hypocrite. You have been a hypocrite day one since you left office. Mr. President, were you not in this country when PDS scandal hit? Were you not here? Did you utter a word? Do you know that all these things can come together, can build and cause chaos in the nation? Do you know that? You cannot even run With all due respect, I respect your age. But when there's chaos, you can't run. But you were here as a statesman. You were numb, you were quiet, you had folded your arm. Penny na utifie, they say utifie, na se ye can penny omo nanka, ye come nyina mo ka ho. You were quiet. Did you make a statement on PDS? PDS was a national asset, Mr. President. I don't hate you. I respect you so much. But I am telling you your hypocritical tendencies. I am breaking it down for you, for people to believe J.J. Rawlings that he was saying the truth. You are a liar. You are a hypocrite. Were we not here when we saw Professor Frimpong Boateng say on camera that party Hiesika and that Galamsey, Professor Frimpong Boateng, your colleague, you, President Kufuor, did you see anything wrong with it? Do you know that the number of people they seized their excavators illegally? People they took the excavators from. If those people had revolt, you will be part of it because you have decided not to speak because you are a hypocrite. You are a hypocrite. And at your age, if you are being tagged as a hypocrite, you have to understand you have lost favor in front of God. Yes. You did not see all these things. That's why from the beginning I was saying that I don't think Kufuor is an alligator. Ex-President Kufuor is a renowned president, ex-president. Everybody respects. But from what we are seeing, you want to act. You are forcing yourself to be an alligator. You don't see and you don't hear. You only hear when you want your Alan Chamantin to be president. That is the only time you hear. Today, all that is happening, you've not heard, but you've only heard something that we should respect the Supreme Court. Ghanaians that they are killing, Ghanaians that they are maltreating, Ghanaians that they just want a result to this election. They should respect the Supreme Court. The journalists should respect. Is that the only thing you saw in 2020 and 2021? Mr. President, Kufuor, you were here when a Japa deal blew up. The special prosecutor came out emphatically. He said to Ejapa, you didn't speak. You supported the Kufuor to destroy us. Sebio we are Santiniba, Meyakaniba, Otoho, na Nipa Wemo, El Diegudiene Kochawa Broche. As an ex-president, you felt you don't have to speak. I didn't tell. Oh, support Kufuor. Yan China Kufuor did the ATS new way. Nekofa ubebi doll alanchema tibesi so. Ye jiminti near tiha near so. Now who knows tomorrow? Why are you in the bay rachna? Inti Kufuor didn't say munukra. We should keep quiet because opesa brebre Kufuor kunipa na odi the ATS new way and sana way you would so we a statesman. Obanye odoba or so we need alanchema next half and better na so. And no na ye. That is your investment for life now. Did you see Ejapa? Did you hear Ejapa? Asantiniba? Did you hear, with all due respect, Mr. President, say, Obi is to say good year now UK, Ako Ton one in the bush for special prosecutor cracker on one can wish, Nanda dear Yabeko court or China, Ghana for Supreme Court, Sebio, Obiano Abodamo, be a many pabodam. Sebio, so got to say Obi say, yes, Obia Bodama. Yen wo obi amfiri nipa yam emba abontene se onena wabodam obi eni wa ye wo ne ma me wo no to ese wabodam eye bibi na mani pa bodam nti oso wo tia se penyina wotifie no oso hu wa se the president bi da se de ACC nyina na wa ye din na wote ho no because o twen Kufuor munja no nkunipa munja no say institutions munja no say electoral process no dey ya obefiri so na makofa me doba na be che Ghana for say ye de you ni say ye be bo Ghana. Mr. President, sa comedy ye jai. You are a hypocrite. Sa comedy no ye jai. So if somebody thinks say yeah baba so di pasu bi am say that drastic change is coming and people like you, we are so stubborn as a nation. Say we were looking at only the flaws of Rawlings but not listening to some things he was saying about you. You are one of our biggest problems now. Mr. President, now Okromhan and Mary see here, did you make a statement? As I sit with you, Mr. Ex-President Kufuor, with all due respect, your chairman, your former party chairman, Paul Afoko, who did everything possible those times to support your government financially, physically, spiritually. He did everything possible. Menoka say, Ninyaketuash jail 5 years, Ekufuor say me man bail. One thing once you have heard it, you know it. People have briefed you. Enya oba, enya wofa say, enya alankash ba. Inti why a dean a wotona wuchechi ankofo. Ena sebi okuta pumana you say, Osha ocha, obiambu, but bibi na manipaya bibi. I'm telling you. Don't come and tell Ghanaians and say they should respect the Supreme Court. Nobody's fighting anybody. Mr. President, the Ben also ran a power to Ghana for Kuntoka. When did you hear, ex-President Kufuor, when did you hear that Anopa was sorry, say Ghana for the Toka Tema Dentra, Omunti Bibiasem, Obiano Bian Kuntoka, Obian Supreme Court to go. It is your guilty conscience. You are a hypocrite. Kufuor, you are one of the biggest hypocrites. I say I blame J.J. Rawlings because at the latter part of his life, he decided to move away from what is truth. Anything that we saw only that. But he was making a statement, pressing, telling us, giving us a signal that you are the most dangerous commodity in the market right now. Yenye din, ne Kufuor dunku, on say maino, on ria, and the institution be say, Auditor General tia 1 million years who make his statement bia why di yentras ye for yentras ye for dia no ku Ghana for no bu yang nimtia no pray nkwasea for na ofri so 8 years na okofa odoba alan cash na wasade na betena so would you see a Jimmy ohun ye Jimmy sao. I now believe Rawlings when it comes to warning no asem. Rawlings was really telling the truth. You are a biggest problem in our country. I'm telling you, I don't care what people will say about me. This is the truth. Mr. President, yeti kromha yenina 7th December. The 9th and 7th. Carlos Ahenkra Parliament echo tree paper. Yeah, talk about Parliament. Mr. President, ex-President Kufuor, you have been a president before and you know how disgraceful, how disrespectful, how insulting it is when a member of parliament who is about to be sworn in as a member of parliament, an ex-member of parliament, about to be sworn in to represent the people as at the legislature level, goes down to pick ballot papers whilst we are trying to elect a leader for the August House. You sat here. You did not make a statement. You want people to respect your statement? Mr. President, Obienwa ya wona betu fear every hospital so about damo bibi na mani pabo dam. When to man make a statement be about Carlos Ahenkra's reaction because person beti obia na so we ko kana say MP before mame Alan Tremantina and be president adie na meye mo na mo say kru no. You are our biggest problem. We will change the youth. And you see, if you people don't step away, we will work on you. I'm telling you, ex-President Kufuor, me see, your kind, you people are our biggest problem. And when the time comes and you people don't step away, they will walk over you people because you have lost your relevance in our democratic dispensation. I know some people love you dearly, but me, I can tell you, you're a nice man, but you're not Jesus Christ. I have watched you for a very long time. You are not somebody to be trusted. No, you are the clear example of a political hypocrite. In fact, when we are talking about political crickets, political insects, you are the kind. Today you are telling Ghanaians to respect the Supreme Court. Yawu obiabe we are standing my mechim with all due respect eto na national. Yawu nipa na nipa mbodamo. Eye nipa bi na me nipa bodam. It is our President Kufuor. Oh, sorry. Now the judgment from Parliament has caused people to get on the street to burn houses and attack other people. It is because of your silence and your deliberate silence, your hypocritical silence, your sycophancy that has built and then exploded because your silence is basically what is building the anger in people. What did you see ex-President Kufuor to come out with this statement? You are not real. You are fake. You in America, they will say you are a snitch. Yeah. In America, they will tell you in your face that you are a snitch. You are not a statesman. All the things I've listed here, you didn't speak on even one of them. At least, Peter D. Girls, Ahmed Swali, you did not open your mouth. In fact, if you are not even going to open your mouth, you don't even issue a statement. So today, what have you seen, Mr. Alligator? What have you seen, Mr. Kufuor? You are the biggest snitch in our history. And me see, it will get to a point, this 4 years ahead of us, the most dangerous time in the history of this country. Yes, from this time to 2024, I'm telling you, it is one of the most dangerous times in our history. And anybody who tries to obstruct the youth, we will walk over you. Step away. Because none of you guys have shown that you are honest. All of you guys are there to make your pockets rich. All of you guys are there. You are sycophants. You are all liars. You are all hypocrites. All the things I listed here, President Kufuor, did you see or hear any of them? You didn't hear them. You want us to come and treat Soroku Okrum. Yemetri Soroku Adentra Odobano. Nane Kufuor ne bosom government no oye ne de wan kan ho hwe na yende de yama Odobani me ni Papa anya hwe ya. Bone pa de enya hwe. Me say, what na ho me Kufuor asay kuro no. What na ho ema wo MPP na wo ta no na we leaders isi na aseman no. Ye kunipa during election 9 ebisi wo mreso. Ye tira krom ha excavators ayira ya body to Ghana photo Aisha Wang ya madeko Helena Wang ya Rosewood we twa. Ye tikrom ha PDS baye ye nyankase energy ya electricity unko fo ya tonedi why adwom ye tikrom ha Amerideal why adwom ye tikrom ha Japan ansen why adwom onka bibia ho de da wutim ni say ye nyina ye nya dina bonsam na ya chichiri say government no enko mu nyina ewie a na ya sa beje mic abeka che Ghana for say Alankas de oya Kofoba Alankas de oya Santinia kania ye twere fruma nti monje no anka ye yentwe me say papa anya hwe Bonnie a friend Bonnie enya hwe. We are going to speak to you people the language you understand. Now, see this one too. Political parties challenge to renew commitment to peace ahead of Judgment Day. And this is coming from who? The Peace Council. And when you read the story, it says this: renew sensitization on peace for political party supporters as Supreme Court prepares to deliver 2020 election petition judgment on March 4th, National Peace Council. The executive secretary of the National Peace Council, George Amo, has challenged political parties and other relevant organizations committed to peace to renew their sensitization on peace, especially political party supporters, as the Supreme Court delivers judgment on the 2020 election petition on Thursday. Mr. Amos said, as a contribution to deepening Ghana's democratic gains and peace, it is crucial Ghanaians remain calm irrespective of how judgment turns out. And my answer is, who is fighting who? My question again, sorry, it's not an answer. My question again is, as we sit in Ghana today, who is fighting who? Because nobody has fought, because I've never seen an NDC guy, NPP guy, stand in the street and fight. Adentra. Tension election or channel judgment. So what is the problem of these people who are seen as righteous and smart elderly people? What is your problem right now? Why are people so tensed? Why are you people so worried? Why are you people showing signs of like there is a crime? A crime has been committed. Inti yan try na yan bra amount for ebuase. Nipa mienu na enya asem. Eni ele koto hinenim. Ena ye nyina yeti kroma ye nim de si ye. Yeti kroma ha ena tim mienu bo. Wo di kro uti obi. Ohine uti obi. Asafo hini te ho empabwa hini te bon ase ye nyina ye hweye ye hwe de esi wo bon ase bon na omo bon no ye nyina ye hu wom because ye nyina de jika pre ene ye de bo no ye nyina ye hweye ye wie no ena timba ko se boy ya de ekoso no me hu ni ye referee na digi goals bi a kire se ya hwe me 3-2 Enti me person referee no be prove kire me say sa goals no share omo share no or clear goals ana me de ye nyina ye ha na ye nyina ye hwe ball no. Enti referee no emesan no ho. Enti wo hene ne impedifo am wo kromu nya mote park no so no mo sa na nte kwa ahemfie. Na me team ba ko no e ba ahemfie be ka sa asem say ohene ye nyina to na hwe game no. Mo nyina mo ka ho bi. Ye nyina ehu bibia. Ball ne boy no ye wie scores near 2-1 and so referee say team ba ko na win 3-2 ma dwene mu no me ball ni bi me gina mu bi mo so mo hwe ball ni bi enti ye mfra referee ne Ibrahim fie na o be kan kire ye scores na nkasa ekwan fa so ma ni nya sa scores no eno no ade na wo se ohene no ebebo de woro se nana se de ebesi o kire na obedi asem no obi anka na kuma ntu ne yem ma obi aye pinte nana asama ye be kan eye simple so referee di no kura na nyina tu obi. Sir referee ndi kura nyina etu obi. Sir referee ne beka no kura pinten be na besi. Ada na sesi ada ya ka kire obi ase obi ametro ne din wa himfie nka se ha na ote time ya beka asem no na o wefuom anase no wo ne dem nana de na ma wusuro adan obi akun obi wo kuro num nana. And this is a question I'm directing to the House of National Peace Council. Abana ya to ya namu mo krom habi. You this Peace Council people onukpes. You this onukpes. The voting, the election, the process, you were part of it. So we all saw what happened. So dear I want to ask my simple question, say, in Penifoti President Kufuor, Peace Council, National House of Chiefs, one say, Obianko say peace and why na ekoko se no kure na yekotie se no kure na nde dia and na bo say sa bia bodam na bia bodam che bi ehon na asem no wo no. Se no krena ndedia ehon na be say say wu obia ba wiase no obia mbodam but obepia asase no so nyoma ohu wo no e we ni so no ena ma bia bodam with all due respect. Simple ye nyina we 9 months ye fie ma me ye buba no obia mbodam clear mind ne de bae na ye situation betena asase no nyoma ye hu nyoma ya fam experience ye nya eno ena ma bi bodam no nti se BBNC into Eden and Pennyfoka say peace pack. Then everybody should come. What is the calmness? What is the danger here? Supreme Court na dia sama be show bunsem. Supreme Court say ma me na odi referee no o ma ne nkasa. Obi say to na godi. Ma me na odi referee no yesi ne pese atoto na no ansa ne start eyi. Supreme Court say da bi yesi to na godi. Yesi ye pese de nkrata odi nkrata be kire ye ne ye de to nkrata ho ye nyina na e ball no yellow card o kire ye no because the referee show yellow card team na show yellow card no ne team na mo to no omo conform to omo mark say oh Kevin tell yellow card in next game maybe on Bobby inti referee nim fa sa na list the yellow card na o man na o throw no yellow card no so no on fa beto to ye dia o say na be next game ne ko ba ye beka say ya failed it on qualified player simple. Wo a wo tia hifio ro say o ma nipa ne be ye inti ebufo no we me see bibi na ma nipa bodam bibi ya pono bo nwum binti o say bibi nti e na osofofa ne yirechi ai bibi nti na ma osofofa ne yirechi so wunima ya pono good evening, you are a solid guy, forget the distraction, maintain, yeah, I defy you. And if there's one thing I like about you, ya pono, you and Sugar Kwame, your friendship, you've been able to keep that. Yeah, your who group baby Rama started. You see, when there's a partnership or there's a group, some talent are better than others. But when there's a group, it's so nice. So naturally, if people know Yapono, they don't know so much of Sugar Kwame. But at the end of the day, that guy has been able to maintain that friendship between the two guys. And he's a raw talent. Into Yapono say, Bibinti and also Sofofa Niyirechi. Ai Bibinti na president kasa opopo na niechi Bibinti ena ebi abodam na ebi mbodam. Let's move forward. All right, so I think we should go straight and take care of business. Let's take care of business right now. After this short break, we're going to take care of the editorial. My name is Kevin Ekobedu-Taylor. This is With All Due Respect Extended Version.
Watch Loud Silence TV on Multi TV by scanning for channels on your Multi TV decoder and selecting Loud Silence TV. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Loud Silence TV. And on YouTube, it's Loud Silence TV too. Loud Silence TV, the breath of news and entertainment.
Yeba hano yebesi toilets amamu yebesi toilets in all yebesi 8-unit toilets, 4 8-unit toilets, 32 toilets in all among the people of Agogo. Usorina uko toilet uya obejare enyasa. Usorina uko toilet uya obejare enyasa.
Back to the show. So this just came in. I hope it is lots of people know it. This was sent to me right now by the Ghost team, and also Mr. Article actually also sent the same thing to add. I hope this is right. The president has officially retired Benwayogh. Yes. Retirement from the audit office. Yes. If you so this just came in. Let's try and read it and understand what is actually in. It just dropped in. So let's read and see. The attention of the, in fact, the reference number is 0PS101121221, Office of the President. Nana Addo Dankwa has retired the Auditor General by force. He has actually retired him. The President today says the Auditor General. So let's read this. The caption is retirement from the audit service. That is the caption of the letter. And when you read, it says the attention of the President of the Republic has been drawn to records and documents made available to the office by the audit service that indicating that your date of birth, 1st June 1960, and that in accordance with the Article 199, Section 1 of the Constitution, your date of retirement as Auditor General was 1st June 2020. Based on this information, the President is of the view that you have formally left office. Mr. Johnson Ekwuamwa Asiedu will continue to act as Auditor General until the President appoints substantive Auditor General. The President thanks you for your service to the nation and wishes you the very best in your future endeavors. Mr. Daniel Benwayogh, Auditor General. It was signed by Nana Bidietu Asante, Secretary to the President. And people who were copied are the Vice President of the Republic, the Chief of Staff, and the Board Chair of Audit Service. So, as you can see here, the President says that from the document that was shown to him by the Audit Service, he's basing his evidence and he's basing his point on it and telling the whole world that Daniel Benwayogh, officially, the President of the Republic, has retired him. And that he is no more the Auditor General of Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be right back after this short break.
Loud Silence TV.
A time came in the life of the people of Israel when Joshua died. There was no leader to continue the leadership legacy and continue leading Israel. It was a moment of difficulty and a moment of chaos. It was a moment of confusion and disorder. In the days where there was no king, everybody did what was right in his own eyes. He goes to your farm and likes your farm and produce, and it's time for harvest, he will harvest. You don't have the strength, he will gather people to beat you up, he will pack everything and leave. Everybody was doing what was right in his own eyes. No law was working, no law and order was working. Police institution has broken down. Law and order has broken down. Government institutions are broken down. Total confusion and chaos. Lawlessness and disorder. You can insult the judge and go scot-free like we are seeing in Ghana. And Deborah said, I saw this going on, and at a point in time, something stirred up in my soul as a woman. And somebody was telling me, you are a woman, you can't do anything. The men are sitting down, they can't do anything. What about you, the woman? Be quiet. Deborah said, something stirred up in my soul. And I said, I can't watch and see this happening. Somebody should rise up. And Deborah said, until I rose up and I became a mother of this nation. And I said, this nonsense must stop. When you hear the children in the house, total confusion, fighting and scattering, and they are scattering things and breaking things, you know, people will be passing by. And sometimes you hear our elders asking, because our elders believe that if there is an elder in the house, this nonsense cannot continue. Our elders believe that if there is this fighting in-house fighting and breakages and lawlessness would not happen. So they always ask, because the presence of Onukpa in the Shia calls for order, calls for discipline, calls for law abiding. So I'm asking the question, with the lawlessness in our country, with the disorder in our country, with the impunity going on in the country, the Onukpa Beshialo number one are the Christian churches, councils in the country. What are they doing and what are they saying? The civil society organizations, what are they doing and what are they saying? The professional group is the Bar Association. Where are you? The Ghana Medical Association, where are you? The trade unions, where are you? Where are the institutions of state? Why should the institutions be quiet and lawlessness and disorder characterize our country? It was
Good. Welcome back to the show. You're still watching With All Due Respect extended version on Loud Silence TV. If you have multi-TV, we are actually streaming on multi-TV. Look for Loud Silence TV. We are also streaming on Facebook. Look for With All Due Respect channel or page. You can find us live. We are also live on Loud Silence TV on Facebook. We are also streaming live on YouTube. You can find us on YouTube. Look for Loud Silence TV. Loud Silence TV on YouTube. So, Sebio, amo Entebrofona and Abia Casano, Omunshada, dear letter me can nyina say. Endra Nebeto just say audit service say Daniel Dumelivoa or Auditor General or Ghana no. Audit service say Omushisha Nkrate no na anka also retired 2020. Na the date of birth no. Now instead of 1961 60 no 1961 something like that. I hope we get it right. Now president say Boka is a president and a cast uncle leave by force leave. Abraham at Dumelivo, edge 1 million be if you are suffering for president said by force uncle leave. And Obasan Kobestati Juma, and you president to say upon as some of catcher and every audit service board Professor Dia Ajiman. Boka Professor Dia Ajiman, on in a Kojina court, J Muma or Safama for say 1 million if you are suffering for Ghana for Zikano, more Safama Funtia, or no audit service board no, or chairman. Remember. Sa audit service board in the channel, omo time no, but still, sa papa no ejinim. And you bring Nanado Dan Kufu to say, upon in some of my catcher no, or say 1 million now, can't shim the boss say Daniel Dumelivo, while retire no in you bring. Ain't from Ochina Kono, Daniel Dumelivo or the Auditor General of Ghana or Shosha Krate, Yasika Semu, why ye a Juma bin Sigana Dano, Nana Adan Kufu to say, and you bring. Wa retire no onkofie member number office biem member number di $1 million nechi biem man number hwehwe Ghana for sika mu biem ono na na adodan kwekufu ado or president we unit wa retire no in fact onkofie nkogina home kra na oya Ghana ni nde na say we MPP nia na we a young man like myself now we are President Kufuor na sa asem we enhawa Now say, oh, who problem be with this? Then I think say, Yeni ankasa ni abo ehudua. Yeni ankasa ena yabo ehudua se Nyankopon enkuye. Adekwenti ama me kasa ne say, de Akufo-Addo aye na nwumbre yi. Akufo-Addo akire Ghana fo nyina. Wa kire nyina Christian Council, wa kire nyina Aglo, wa kire nyina Muslim Council, wa kire House of Chiefs, Peace Council, wa kire obi a o Ghana, wa kire ahemfo akese otufo, wa kire Chief Imam, wa kire ex-president Kofo, wa kire John Dramani Mahama. In fact, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo wa kire Ghana fo nyina yakoto aba 2016 say na onye nipa bi a why na adwene say oba abeko ketaseche ene proye. Nana Addo Dankwa today has confirmed to the world say he didn't really come into politics or come into government and also to become president to fight corruption. This letter from the president Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo esan asie catch Ghana fo nyina say ono power session nsa ene say na adwene mu no dumalivo enya Ghana ni ensa abro ne retirement age so no edwumadie na dumalivo edi nyina edi abo ye ho ban edi aboaye emeya gi esika amanfo boye krono every institutions ene abemu no Nana Akufo-Addo akire say onye nipa bi a oba ye say obe fight corruption onye nipa bi a oba be fight ketasehye ene proye. This letter Akufo-Addo akire wa force ma dumalivo akọ retirement no. Every single Ghanaian should understand to say this is the end of fighting corruption in Ghana. And the money who say ochina no ye call Supreme Court, the Supreme FC. Akufo-Addo ehoso sebi oholo jane 9. Obi anim de ebesi wasako jane 9 esi we jane 9 wo Auditor General Office we no and once na ho no. Wasako ko jane 9 esi Supreme Court because odim say bebi obe jane 9 bia no and once na di nachi. Inti we jane 9 ewo Auditor General board of directors no audit service board ho no we jane 9 esi wo and once na no edi nachi. Wasako jane na esi Supreme Court ena once na e Supreme Court no china ombedi nachi na asema me pesa me catch ex-president Kofo enwumbre ne say he is part of this, he is part of the destruction of the democracy of this nation as an ex-president and also a leader of the NPP today. Ex-President Kofo, I will blame you for this because when this whole thing started, the only person who was a statesman fighting Akufo-Addo's criminality and corruption was only John Mahama. And I'll say this every single day because John Dramani Mahama said over and over that Akufo-Addo is not in to protect us, to save us. Akufo-Addo is in to kill, destroy, and steal. I will blame the leadership in this country for not speaking up. The time we were supposed to speak up about this Akufo-Addo's autocratic kind of governance, it came. We have lost that opportunity to put our nation back where it used to be. We have lost the opportunity to, in fact, save that Ghana where Kwame Nkrumah or the Krato Hona and then Kwame Nkrumah Onyeni Pebiano. We have disappointed people like that. We have disappointed our ancestors, and you, President Kofo, you have disappointed the core young men and women in Ghana for not speaking up, for not directly telling the president, openly criticizing the autocratic governance. Today, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo cannot be tamed. Today, we cannot tame Akufo-Addo again because we have fed Akufo-Addo for 4 years with poison. Now, Akufo-Addo has transmogrified into a monster that cannot be tamed. And it is going to be difficult for a young nation like us, Ghana, to tame a killer, to tame a man who breathes and eats corruption. It is very difficult, and it is going to be difficult for a country like Ghana to tame a tyrant who believes that he needs to kill to hold on to power. it is about time we came to the realization that we have an autocratic leader, a tyrant leading us as a nation. And if you don't agree with what I'm saying, it is playing out. And I want one person to come out after seeing this letter. The president forcing the Auditor General to leave office because he feels the Auditor General is trying to fight corruption too much. Because Akufo-Addo feels that the Auditor General is impeding, is obstructing and distracting his corruption cartel. Because the Akufo-Addo who said he came to power because of God, the battle is the Lord's. He believes in God and that he is going to build a cathedral for the Lord. Today, he is fighting people who are fighting corruption. Today, fighting corruption is a crime in Ghana, and that people who fight corruption are seen as criminals. The president that we all thought could change the destiny of this nation, fight corruption, and recalibrate the system, today, we have changed him into a monster we cannot tame. We have turned Akufo-Addo into the greatest monster that is ready to consume our democracy. This should give you a signal that the next 4 years is the 4 years that we'll be living with a tyrant who does not care, who kills to win power. A tyrant who thinks that everything belongs to him. And who do we blame for this? We should blame the so-called leaders, the so-called people who we revered, people we respected, people we thought that from their experience, their age, their wisdom, they will be selfless and patriotic enough to speak on the issues that will at least put Ghana on the right track. At least put us on the track that there was something we call democracy. And who are the people we have to blame? And the number one person we need to blame in Ghana today is ex-President Kufuor. He belongs to this party. He knows the person who is president. He's an ex-president, a statesman who failed to speak up. To speak up and tell Akufo-Addo and the people surrounding Akufo-Addo and his own party that we are heading towards a ditch we cannot crawl away from. Nobody can tame this monster again. This monster has been let loose. He's going to consume anything that comes before him. He is going to destroy lives. He is going to destroy the economy. He is going to destroy our homeland, Ghana. I was going to do an editorial on the Supreme Court, but I'm going to ignore it because, like I said, Obiang Bordam, some actions of some people will prove whether there are more mad people in Ghana or there are more timid people in Ghana. We caused this. We brought this on ourselves. We caused our own downfall. God gave us everything. He gave us all the opportunities and chances. He gave us wisdom and he gave us elders. There's a specific reason why he did that. When we are going wrong, the elders can step in and correct our mistakes. Today, it is looking like we, the young ones, have to take things into our own hands and clean things up. Today, it is looking like we, the young ones, the young generation, the youth, we have to take things into our hands. Not to hurt a brother or a sister, not to fight another brother or a sister, but make sure that the people distracting, obstructing, and trying to tame us, destroy us, take our democracy from us, we walk over them. It will only take togetherness. It will only take a one heart. It will only take brave men and women. What we are about to see tomorrow will be the beginning of our end. What we will witness tomorrow in the Supreme Court will be the beginning of our end. It might not spark tomorrow. It might not start tomorrow. It might not even start next month. But it has gotten to that point where it needs to explode. And who caused it? The people we thought that they were wise, they were smart. In fact, they were patriots, are not the people we think they are. They are hypocrites. They are sycophants. They have helped to groom a monster who is cut loose now. We are doomed. And if you think that we are good, if you think we are living in heaven, my friends, my brothers and sisters, we are living in hell. Ghana has lost it. We have lost our independence. We have lost our democracy. We have lost that ethics that makes us Ghana. We have lost that thing that people look in our faces and say, this is where democracy grew up. Today, there's nothing like democracy. Today, men and women, we're expecting to speak, for their actions to change things, have become compatriots. They have become partners of monsters. Tomorrow in the Supreme Court, that will be the end of our democracy. It will be the beginning of our end. And when I say the beginning of our end, the Supreme Court that started will finish it tomorrow. And trust me, because this president has gone there to shit, the flies there will follow him. But I want to ask, whose responsibility is it to go clean the shit up? It will be you and I. It's a difficult job to clean that shit up in the Supreme Court, to clean that shit up in the various institutions that have been tainted. It is our responsibility. The level of shit that this government has left behind, it will take men of character, men who are willing and ready to speak truth, men who are ready to save a democracy to do that job. I cannot do it alone, and you cannot do it alone. We need to come on board. This is the time for the youth of this country and of Africa, especially Ghana, to understand. We cannot look, we cannot be timid, we cannot watch these people take the last thing we owe, the last thing that makes us Ghanaian away from us. It has started, and I know how it will end. I keep telling you, I am just a messenger. A messenger without a Bible, specifically said that. A messenger without a Quran. I am a messenger who is ready and willing to tell you the truth. I speak truth to power, irrespective of who is in front of me. This is a revolution. A positive one. Don't kill a brother or kill a sister. A revolution that should change our situation, change this nation, and make it a place we can all call home. As I speak, we are being led by tyrants, turned into monsters, consuming every single thing that is ahead of them. This is a communal labor. And when I say a communal labor, every single individual should be part of this. In the Supreme Court tomorrow, we wait. That will be the beginning of our end. Because the kind of shit that has been left at the Supreme Court, the number of flies that are following the person who took that shit, they all should be walked upon. And they should be done democratically. Your voice should be heard. Your actions should be positive. Never fight a brother or a sister. The people are aimed to destroy and divide and take. We have to make sure we stay together and keep. My name is Kevin Ekobedu Taylor. After this short break, I'll take a few calls and end today's show. You're still listening to With All Due Respect Extended Version. Stay.
A time came in the life of the people of Israel when Joshua died. There was no leader to continue the leadership legacy and continue leading Israel. It was a moment of difficulty and a moment of chaos. It was a moment of confusion and disorder. In the days where there was no king, everybody did what was right in his own eyes. He goes to your farm and likes your farm and produce, and it's time for harvest, he will harvest. You don't have the strength, he will gather people to beat you up, he will pack everything and leave. Everybody was doing what was right in his own eyes. No law was working, no law. And
welcome back to the show. Hello, caller. Go ahead.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
In fact, even I really applaud you, and we really appreciate your program. We always pray for you for your protection and guidance. Now, Kevin, today I will shift to the three dialects.
Yeah, it's fine to speak to
you. Nah, I'm very confused, Kevin. But we need to rise up. We need to rise up.
Thank you very much, sir. Have a wonderful evening. That was his opinion. Hello, caller. Hello. All right. I think Watara is struggling to get through. Let's see if we can pick a few calls and end the show. Yes, it's a tough one. You work so hard to get the right thing done, and some people just destroy everything. Hello? Hello? Yeah, go ahead. All right, some people are struggling with the line. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, so go ahead.
Good morning, Pastor Aladi.
Beba Chokasa.
Namu Pusha, Kevin Taylor, Namisha, would not be yeah, Ghana, my Pusha. Yamina can say, Ghana, dear, it's a Ghana say, Ghana sikana shit, Ghana say, NDC MP4 na. Yeah, dear, near to Omoswa. Omosa dear Ramoseno. Mama Mira, pa. Yeah, dear, near Tomoso.
All right, boss. Midasi. Yeah, that's it.
I'm about to allow the me come to about that.
Yes, okay. I TV be okay. Be
Ghana there. Say Babia say.
All right, that was Alaji House. I think the line is quite delayed. I think he's calling from Dubai, if I'm not mistaken. Or hello, caller. Hello. Hello. Okay. Tonight's network is terrible, right? Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Kevin.
Yes, sir.
Brother, Ghana says something. One uncle Tini, Union woman, and paying for Bonnie Pa Bonnie. Way or to hot or to hot. The man where my been taken for to Jaguars or the office tree. For winning the time and the time and one taxi. Say, Yenya no me will be the golda. One obiani ye down Honkotin. I want to say, into Edo Kufuat one. Never by a Santifu Konampo. Most the important road from Accra to Kumasi won't do one Yahushi. Into at the Pepediani. Najin mu sese obotun wa we jino oh na nte de madi na mepeda mi na kufa do be wa mba ye nti menka kwa asam oto ho yo ya nkahwe na ye nyina yetim do be bia azu obaka ye nyina.
Thank you, Vikram Fanti. I'm sure. All right. Let me take another caller. Good timing. Hello. All right, looks like struggling. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Good evening.
Good evening, boss.
Yeah, Pastor Kevin Taylor.
We watch you live, Kevin Taylor in Patrick Kasa.
Kevin Taylor ni.
I'm Patrick Kasa.
Present by life, and I life.
If I try live, all lives is you'll be at you, me Patrick Kasa.
Okay. Me person free touching my blue east.
Okay.
Now me person me kase Ghana one home. Ye bre, youth ne wo Ghana ye bre. Ye mpem for no dia bro.
Kasa. Oya kasa itio.
Okay. Ena meka say akufado adi ehwamo. Akufado adi ehwamo. Hwe dia Ghana.
All right, I think his problem is he's listening to his TV and then trying to speak to us. So me bacho fra meant you TV because there's a little bit of a delay into odia offer call out here and can just speak because I guess I will the TV ne can answer na because okasa no eba answer na TV na can into meant TV no just go ahead and then speak to me. So ultimately, phone just speak to me. Hello, caller.
Kevin.
Yeah. Clean.
Papa Sakuni.
Yeah.
Kevin, Papa Sakuni.
Bajo Kasa.
Oh, yeah, of course, we're Ghana. They say corruption in a fight you. They say corruption in a Jihini, a fight you, almost fight corruption. One, I could follow the president. One, the AC of Ghana. And to me, a friend is Matamidu. They say the Mulusu Eko. They say Obia no be fight corruption e Ghana bio. But the good people of Ghana, Shesu, say Papa Weba promise no yes of a fight corruption. And Nuna or ya the good people of Ghana, Shwe, and a pennyform war Ghana, Nyansa Fue. Now, etitinu de bia ubeti omunkan and they say almost share almost news, almost share Bibia TV, almost share ye kotu. They say Animal Kingdom almost share. So they see second, Mami NDC funu parliamentarians nu. So muka say yeah, ewo grassroots to ya jimia. E du tama ye beye campaign muko fre omu mami na omu papa na omu ma na omu beye party nejuma. Menuesi.
Thank you. All right. I'm not. I this before there. Say, Boko another electioner. Whoever becomes your leader in the election, and as a flag bearer, no. Moko pe nama tuama. Boko anama tuama mo flag bearer, no. Nama dana mo. And no. Don't waste your time on these MPs. Oh yeah. All right. Thank you very much for being part of this show. My name is Kevin Akobedu Taylor. You watched us live on Multi TV, specifically on Loud Silence TV. We're going to be here 3 p.m. US time. That is 8 p.m. Ghana time tomorrow. We will be live on Facebook. We will be live on YouTube. We will be live on other platforms. Thank you very much for being part of today's show. Spending 2 hours, 40 minutes with me is quite encouraging. I really respect your time, and I really respect you being on this platform. Remember, tomorrow, 3 p.m. I'll be here. I really thank you for being part of today's show. I keep telling you, we are all messengers who have no Bible or Quran in our hands, messengers who are ready and willing to speak truth to power. Ladies and gentlemen, it's about time. Ghanaians, young Africans, especially young Ghanaians, it's about time we calibrate the system. I cannot do it alone. You can also not do it alone. We need to do it together. And when we come together, we become a team. We might be the minority, but when we come together, we become the majority. Ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful night, and let's meet tomorrow.
A time came